Hey guys, this is Wyatt here today, and today I'm going to be reading Galatians chapter 1, verses 6 to 10. And I want to tell you what's going on in the book and what things mean and how this stuff applies to your life and stuff like that. So what's going on in the book is Paul is writing a letter to the Galatians about the gospel and things like that because they are being pulled under the belief by some false teachers in Galatia that they need to be saved by the law and good works instead of faith and the Lord. So I'm just going to be reading this today, and it says in verse 6, I am astonished that you are so quickly deserting him who called you in grace of Christ and are turning to a different gospel. Not that there is another one, but there are some who trouble you and want to distort the gospel of Christ, and those are the false teachers. It just shows how sickened God is by all this, because he's speaking through Paul, and Paul says in verse 6, I am astonished that you are so quickly deserting him who called you in grace of Christ, in the grace of Christ, and are turning to a different gospel. It also says in verse 8, but even if we or an angel from heaven should preach to you a gospel contrary to the one we preach to you, let him be accursed. That means let him go to hell. Again, it shows how sickened God is by all of this. And then it says in 9, as we have said before, so now I say again, if anyone is preaching to you a gospel contrary to the one you received, let him be accursed. And if God repeats himself, it's ought to be important, right? We can apply this all to our lives, because some people really do believe that the law is what saves you or good works. But we can just go back here and prove them wrong with the Lord's word. It's the Lord, it's faith. Good works will mean nothing if we're apart from God. And also it says in 10, for am I now seeking the approval of man or of God? Or am I trying to please man? If I were still trying to please man, I would not be a servant of Christ. Paul, I don't know if all of you know this, but Paul used to be a major persecutor and killer and beater of Christians. And when he was on the way to persecute more Christians on the way to Damascus, that's when God saved him. God worked in mysterious ways. Thank you. Peace.